Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more Fish Fight testing, and this time we are testing the Tier 4 Striker. We did the Black Widow comparisons, we did the Thor versus Ghost Rider versus Black Widow, and found out Ghost Rider is the reigning defending meta and is the best striker for every single character for Alliance Battle Extreme and Alliance Battle Legend. Although for Shock Season specifically, which just changed yesterday, Thor can be used on very specific days if you do not have Ghost Rider, or even if you actually have Ghost Rider on very particular days, not many. And Rogue also actually has the third skill as the tier 4 striker skill, which also has the shock. So I decided to just put her to a test because Rogue is the current meta that we just got, and people are kind of critical. I'm also kind of critical about her performance because she's not like overpowering any character in the game at the moment. We saw in GBR, Jean Grey and Ghost Rider were just too strong for Rogue to handle, and Rogue definitely lost by a mile. So does Rogue provide any other value apart from being a standalone character? That is what I'm trying to find out in this video. So I will be using Jean Grey for the testing, and the reason why I'm using Jean Grey is because she is probably the most consistent out of all the characters which do not have shock in their kits. Ghost Rider also do not have shock, but we will be using a different team up. I'll let you guys know once we start the runs. Thor and Rogue actually give the best and the max order buff because they are both order tier 4 characters, also having shock in their kit so they can cancel roars for Jean Grey. Okay, that's how it's gonna go, and that's why I'm actually using Jean Grey. Let me just show you the build for Jean Grey, then we will go for the runs. I have 3 runs prepared for you guys. Thor and Rogue, I will be running with the the Ghost Panther leadership and Dazzler support, which is actually the best team up for Jean Grey Alliance Battle Legend. No restriction, obviously. The universal female will be different, so we'll find out later down the line. Let me just take a look and we will see. So first up, we actually have Thor, the OG striker. Thor right now actually has a mighty rage, so we should be expecting about a 300k or a 200k decrease in score compared to a brilliant rage Thor. It does make sort of like a difference, about like 200k or so. So we'll kind of calculate in the end of the runs when we kind of find out what she can actually score. One more thing about Jean Grey and everything, I was having trouble obviously previously, like running with Jean Grey. This is how I found, like this is what I think is the best way to use Jean Grey. And because we are using Thor, the fact is Thor shock on the skill applies very late and actually applies throughout the skill, so it's very easy to cancel using Thor on actually shock season. That's why he was actually the best striker before as well when he came out with this uniform. Rogue actually has one big issue, like not, I would not say like big issue, but it can be a bigger issue on spammy characters like Magneto, spammy characters like again Jean Grey as well. I think definitely spammy character because they charge up the tier 4 skill. Like specifically Jean Grey, she charges up the tier 4 skill very fast, basically every single rotation. Although sometimes around the roar, if you have used any of the major skills, which is like third skill, fourth skill, or the fifth skill, you will be missing out on the tier 4 skill before the timer runs out to roar cancel. That is why I kind of feel that and Rogue's shock actually is very early on the third skill, which is actually the striker skill, which kind of creates some issues when you actually run her. Like it can be seen when you actually run her yourself. It's hard to explain right now, but the shock basically applies very sooner. And as you can see, even if I can basically spam tier 4 skill of Thor whenever I want to, because the shock applies like literally over the time for the entire duration of the third skill, and it's very easy to cancel. Don't have to hold any skills or anything. It kind of works like a charm. Also, if you're using Jean Grey, collecting the phase orbs and collecting basically all the orbs is possible. With the second skill is the best way to play Jean Grey. Specifically the light phase balls, which is the 150% phase that we get extra damage twice in the run. If you can collect both of them, like just like I did in this run, if you collect both of them with the second skill, that is when you should be getting your best run with your Jean Grey. Also, if you collect this rotation, like if you do a tier 3 rotation before this one, the score increases even more because you are in the buff from the tier 3 skill, and you should have the accumulation from the tier 4 skill also coming up and helping you. Anyways, so we get about 13.5 million with Thor. Maybe I can push like 13.6, but that was a really good run. So I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't try to push it. Now we have Rogue as the tier 4. She has a brilliant CTP of Rage compared to Thor's Mighty Rage, and you will see she's coming obviously with the third skill. She will apply the shock, and third skill actually does really good damage. I've seen in at least Alliance Battle Legend. ABX, I did not see any increase, or ABX, I felt like the third skill is like she just does not do enough damage in Alliance Battle Extreme. I don't know why, but you can see right here, I had to hold slightly the Rogue's tier 4 skill. The reason was the shock actually applies at the very beginning of the skill. So if I use it even like 2 seconds before the roar bar appears, I will not be able to cancel with Rogue. This is like, I think, the only big downside of her being sort of like that. Like, I was really hoping, and I do think that for a paywall uniform, I was really expecting her to be OP. Okay, like maybe if not Cable level, maybe 1 million under Cable, something like that, because they want to keep Cable as the meta, and they don't want you to score or cap on the female mutant day, because they also have plans for maybe Psylocke tier 4 later down the line, or maybe someone else could come. Dazzler could actually become a better support for that day as well. And obviously they can also introduce new themes for mutants, specifically Rogue, later down the line. But the fact is, because of that, the way they actually have designed Rogue, she is no Luna. Lilac is just too strong, and that is, I think, what I can call power creep character or power creep uniform. But it kind of justified the cost of being the paywall uniform. Okay, that's how I kind of see it. Yes, she does give you a good increase over Storm, but that's for one day. Apart from that one day, we tried GBR. She's not OP. Okay, I haven't tried World Boss Legend, but I'm not exactly hearing amazing things about Rogue, and I think she's gonna need a brilliant judgment, or at least maybe a mighty judgment for World Boss Legend. But if you put a judgment on Rogue, then your Alliance Battle Legend score, I think, will also suffer. So you cannot have everything, but it also kind of puts you in a really weird situation as we speak about it. And obviously I was not able to collect the last light phase with the second skill, so I had to just have it drop on my head. This is definitely not the best way to run your Jean Grey, so the score absolutely can be increased. I would say about 200k. I can probably increase the score in this run, but that's actually how it actually goes. But anyways, we will be dropping, and we are getting about 14 million here. So even with that bad run, even with that bad collect, we are still about 500k over Thor's score. And with better run, I can say with BR, because it's Brilliant Rage versus Mighty on Thor, I would say Rogue is about 300k higher compared, maybe 300k, maybe 400k higher compared to the Thor striker. So Rogue is a better striker for Jean Grey compared to Thor. Now the king, Ghost Rider. You see the team up. This is the universal female team up for shock season. This is the best. Okay, you just use this team up and you should score the best score for Jean Grey. Now you'll have to switch to Proxima to cancel, and this is insane. We do not have Ghost Panther, we do not have Dazzler. This is way worse than using that team up. Rogue and Thor were using the absolute best team ups you can give to Jean Grey for Alliance Battle Legend, and this here is just insane, because obviously not only this is not the best team up, also we are swapping with Proxima to actually try to get that. And look at what's going on. We collected obviously with the second skill, which is beautiful. I loved it, and you will see in the end the score difference is gonna be, honestly, I'm stunned about Ghost Rider's value as a character. People were saying about when he got the uniform and everything, he was good, but we were kind of really thinking which CTP to actually use. And this is the judgment. This is a brilliant judgment that I talked about before, and it still actually scores immensely well really good compared to a Brilliant Rage in Alliance Battle Legend as well. So honestly, like probably the most valuable tier 4 at the moment in the whole game is Ghost Rider. Obviously, you need the other characters as main metas, but it just works fine. Look at that. We are literally swapping, losing damage, losing buffs and everything, coming back with Jean Grey, hitting like a truck, still managing to get about 9.6 million around 1 minute left timer. It's good and it's amazing. And I still kind of, get the feel how long do they keep buffing Jean Grey? I don't understand. And they obviously gave her like 5% fire damage, literally 5% fire damage, and I believe 5% fire resist if you don't want to do for cold resist with Luna. They only gave her that much and she gained a lot. Now look at that. I had to I had to basically delay my rotation so that I can collect with my second skill. So if I had not delayed, maybe the rotation and the run, we could get probably higher score. I'm not even like worried about that, but still, look at what we are doing right now and where we stand at the moment. We go with the tier 3 skill, easily surpassing the rogue score, even with swap, even with everything, still able to get 14.22, still 200k 250k higher. So yes, bow down to the king. Nobody is replacing Ghost Rider any sooner, and this was with the Satana team up. We didn't even have Ghost Panther. If we put Ghost Panther instead of Satana or maybe someone else, the score would go up. So yes, Ghost Rider still is the best striker in the whole game for Jean Grey and basically for I think every single character except some. But if you compare Rogue, if you do not have Ghost Rider, Rogue is the best shock striker after Thor, giving you about a 300k or a 400k increase for that day. Now I need to check out if she is actually even better for other characters, because Luna and others I did not see any difference in score, and I was still getting the more score with Ghost Rider. It was basically a million more, I should say, how that actually goes out. So anyways, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think about the striker comparison and what you think about Jean Grey. She's OP, and I'll try and do more tests sooner in other videos. Let me know what you think about that. Subscribe the channel, like this video if you do enjoy the content. I will probably try and do the Magneto comparison soon as well. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.